Today you're doing the chromosome spread lab. Sometimes this lab is called cell splat. First thing you're going to do is set up your slide. Your directions will tell you to set your slide up at a 45-degree angle, so we have this block that you can set your slide up on. Before you do that, I want you to write top on your slide. Your slide, you'll move it around quite a bit during this lab and you will lose track of which side is actually the top. Okay? So if you like, you're going to actually put your slide on the floor. We will be using lab safety gear in this lab: gloves, goggles, and apron. This is your vial of cells. So your directions tell you to resuspend your cells by giving them a little bit of air. Okay, and then you will take some of those cells up into your pipette, and you're going to try to drop about 6 to 10 drops on your slide. Your directions tell you to drop it from 8 to 12 inches. However, after doing this lab a lot of times, I've learned that in order to burst those cells open, they actually have to be dropped from a little bit of a greater distance. So we're going to start here, and you will drop one drop at a time. There's one. I'm actually going to have to get a little more. I wasted all my drops. Okay. Alright, let's try this again. Two, 3, 4. Ooh, let's get at least one more drop. There we go. Great. Okay, so we got about 7 drops there. Okay, so you're going to take your slide and you'll need to dry it. Okay, so you may want to hold it with the clothespin, wave it through the air. You're going to let that air dry, and you can go ahead and be looking at what you're going to be doing next. What you'll do next is you're going to dip your slide into your first stain for 1 second, and then dip it into your stain 2 for 1 second. You'll repeat both of those twice. Okay? That looks pretty good. Okay, so we'll open here and dip once. The directions tell you for 1 second only, and repeat. Okay, once you repeat that, your directions will tell you to drain off your excess stain. So you have a paper towel here that you can angle your slide around and try to get a little bit of that excess stain off of there. Okay. Alright, so then we'll move on to stain 2. Probably wise for you to go ahead and close your stain 1 so you don't knock that over. Those stains will stain your clothes. Okay, so we go stain 2, 1 second, repeat, 1 second. Okay, and we'll get the excess stain off of this slide. Okay, by letting that run down. Okay, so we'll close up this stain, and you'll allow this to dry. Or actually, if you read your directions, it'll tell you to thoroughly rinse the excess stain off of your slide. So we're going to do that at the sink. Okay, don't be worried that you'll wash away your cells. They're on here, they're splatted, and the cells have absorbed the stain. So we're not washing everything away, we're just washing away the excess. Okay, so we'll blot that again. Wave that dry, and you have a hair dryer with your kit, a couple for your class, so you may want to use that as well to help dry your slide along. Okay, you don't want to apply it directly to the slide, just kind of indirect. once you get your slide dry, notice we can still see top written here. That will be the side that you will place on your microscope to view your slide. You know, once you have washed everything away, if you wouldn't have had this written here, it would have been really hard to remember which slide you need to put up on your microscope. So don't forget to do that. What you'll do is you'll start on low power, go up to 10, then go up to 40, which is a total of 400, to view the cells that you've burst open. And then you'll count the chromosomes at that time. After you split your chromosomes, you'll bring them into view on your microscope. This is a television image of what your cells will look like from the beginning. They'll look like little dots. So what we'll need to do is go up a power, and this is 10 with the total magnification being 100. Focus there. So if you'll notice, most of the cells on your slide will look like this. And if you remember, the goal of what we were doing was to break that cell open. And so you can tell that this is a good sample to look at. These cells have been burst open and their chromosomes have splattered out. So we're going to go up another power. And remember, when you go up a power, you're going to need fine adjust only. Okay, so we'll just sharpen that up just a little bit. And we're going to go up one more power to 400, which is what your directions tell you to view your image at. And use your fine adjustment only. And here you have 3 cells that weren't burst open, and you can see the chromosomes that have come out of some of the other cells that have been burst. All right.